I'm long range. Me and the team on the same thing. Stayed down, never switched up. Only thing changed was the game. I'm in the zone now. Nothing can change what we on now. When I pull up, know it's going down. Foot on the gas, ain't no slowing down.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Roundtable, Clydesdale Media Roundtable, that is. Here every Thursday at lunchtime, and we have Kat and Charlie with us. Amy is off today. She has an appointment. And I was kind of bummed because she actually did the CrossFit.com workout we talked about last week, and I wanted to hear how. So, how you guys doing?
Good.
Good. Back.
You guys are quiet today.
I'm freezing, but other than that, we're
good.
good.
Charlie's in the house where his mom will not turn on the heat till November.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we've had freeze warnings every night here in Columbus.
Yep.
So
I think there was frost on the ground this morning here too for the first time. I think it's cold.
Yeah,
I'm surprised you don't have it. Being more north, I guess. Maybe not. Are you more north?
Who, me? Am I?
East?
I don't think so.
I bet you we're right along the same line of latitude.
Yeah.
Pretty close anyway.
I'm south of Pittsburgh. I know that. Like if you go that way. So
yeah, when I came to your house, like it's pretty much 70 straight across.
Mm-hmm.
Straight across Ohio into Pennsylvania, all the way to
and then into Philly. Mm-hmm. This is my TikTok shop purchase, my little flannel jacket.
You're one of the ones I get.
I'm yeah, I've been doing a lot of shopping lately. Amazon and TikTok. Shit that I don't need at all.
What I did find, little hack here, if you see it on the TikTok shop, you can find it on Amazon generally.
Yeah. Typically, I've done those comparisons. Yeah, sometimes you can get it for a better price. TikTok's pretty good though. They have a good return policy. I returned something that was in a mailbox that I couldn't get access to, and they gave me my money back, and they never got the actual merchandise back. So that was good.
I bought a portable second monitor from TikTok shop for like $40. It's freaking awesome. So when I was at the games, I had the little monitor set up next to my laptop.
Oh, that's what that was.
Yep.
Speaking of monitors, so I bought a new monitor because I have 2 monitors right now for work, and I wanted to get a third. And I bought it, and I got it, and I remodeled my office. And so when I put my office back together again, I decided I didn't need it. So it's still in the box. I never opened it. And I go into Amazon to return it, and there's no record of me buying it. And I can't confirm 1,000% that I got it from Amazon, but I can't for the life of me figure out where else I would have bought it from.
Red flag number 1 that you're a shopaholic is if you cannot remember the place you ordered the item.
Right? I mean, where else would I have ordered a monitor from? Nowhere. The only places I've been shopping at lately are like Amazon, TikTok, and Wayfair. And Wayfair's been for like rugs and chairs for this office, like furniture. So I can't figure out what happened. Oh, Jody Lynn wants to know about my jeans. Oh, the jeans from like 2 years ago? Yeah, never heard back from anybody on it. Never got my money back. Relentless Jeans, they went out of business. No, the tier stuff.
It was Relentless.
I ended up getting that tier stuff, and it was terrible. It was Relentless Jeans. Yep, they went out of business. They used to be some other company that I forget. But yeah, no, never got those. But I'm making up for it now because I got a free pair of jeans from Judy Blue, and I'm like obsessed with Judy Blue jeans. And I can wear like a size 3, which is just so amazing for my ego because I'm normally like a size 8. And they run so big. They run big, yeah.
I thought Judy Bloom wrote like kids for or books for kids.
Judy Blue, not Judy Bloom.
She must
God, it's me, Margaret, or something like that.
Yeah, Are You There, God, It's Me, Margaret. They're coming out with a movie, I think, of the Are You There, God, It's Me, Margaret. Thank you, Aaron. You just missed. I had like a little halo extension thing put in and it looked ridiculous, so I took it out. But I'm gonna work on it for next time. Because I got my hair cut like a month ago, and I usually get it colored, but it's getting so light and I don't like it this blonde. Like I'm not meant to have blonde hair, I'm meant to have brown hair. But I asked her to like put some layers in it, and she like butchered my hair. Like I normally the volume is way down here and it's not anymore. Like I feel like it's stringy and gross. So I'm not very happy with my hair right now. Oh, Boo is talking to Charlie. Okay, sorry.
I was gonna say all this hair talk.
Hair and shoes. I will tell you,
Charlie
as
has
a
layers too, and
female,
look what happened to him.
right? Got layers. As a female,
Layered all the way down.
I feel like we have like body issues and what, you know, your weight fluctuates after you have babies and it changes and bodies and everything else. And shoes and your hair sort of like are constant, right? Like you can gain 5 pounds and your hair can still look okay. You can gain 10 pounds and your shoes still fit. And so I feel like a lot of women invest in hair and shoes because of that.
When I weighed
That's
over
my
500
girl
pounds,
talk
my
for the
feet
day.
got bigger.
Well, I mean, if you have, like when I got pregnant, I think my feet, you know, grew like a half an inch or something like that. But generally speaking, right, your shoe size doesn't really change once you become an adult. And, you know, unless you've got like hormonal issues or male pattern baldness, your hair doesn't really change either.
Now you just have to worry about bunions, making your shoes bigger.
That'll never happen. I wear Van, like I've been wearing Vans exclusively the last like few months, and I buy like a guy's size 8, which is like a 9.5 in women's, and I'm like an 8.5 in women's. So the shoes are huge, and I have like all this room in them. And coming from a ballerina who used to wear like basically my feet were bound in point shoes for so long, I never thought that like I'd have cute feet, but I do.
Uh-oh. You get to join Amy on the site. Start making some money.
So Corey wants to know, did you say your feet grew a half an inch because you were pregnant? Half a size. So fun fact, when I was pregnant with my first child, I gained 65 pounds and I weighed like 205 the day that I delivered. So I gained a ton of weight with Braden.
And just for context, if you don't remember, Kat is short.
I'm like 5'1" and 3/4. Yeah.
So 65 pounds is a lot.
I mean, 8 pounds on me is like a size, basically. So yeah, my feet definitely changed and grew.
Corey, don't try it. You can't get pregnant to let your feet grow.
Yeah, it's not worth it. Yeah, and I don't know if they got longer. They probably just got wider. And so, you know, the wider they are, the longer you need your shoes to be because we don't really do widths in this country.
You can get a wide, like even in
very few styles, though. You know, like certain brands, and it's usually like I used to sell men's dress shoes back in the day, like when I was in high school, and you guys can get all kinds of different widths, but not for the ladies.
Yep, Julie likes a wide shoe as well, and some like I think Nike even makes a wide version of their shoes.
That's good to know.
Like,
yeah,
we go to like DHW or DSW. Warehouse, like they'll have some wide in there.
Yeah, if I'm like an 8.5 in a regular shoe, but if I can get a wide, I can get away with like a 7 or 7.5. So I definitely think it. I want to say this without Charlie making a joke. I could have a larger shoe in a narrower width, but if I get a wider width, I can handle a shorter shoe. Something like that.
T-Bird says, my feet were 2 sizes bigger while I was pregnant, and since then are a full size bigger still.
Yeah, that's a real thing.
Pregnancy messes you up.
Oh my God. Yep.
If you've been watching the Starting 5 documentary, you don't want LeBron's feet either, because those things are awful.
I have not seen that. What is? I've seen it in Netflix. What is the premise?
They follow 5 players throughout last year's season.
And LeBron is one of them.
LeBron is one of them.
Okay.
And 2 of his toes sit over top of his big toe, which he says they're kind of like those 2 are jumping off a diving board. It's awful.
Okay. Corey says most ladies do agree that girth is king. T-Bird says I had to give away my whole shoe collection after pregnancy because nothing fit anymore.
Oh no, that's awful. Well, you just get to amass a new one. That's fun too. But yeah. Anyway, my point was shoes and hair. That's like a thing. I think if you talk to most ladies, that's a thing.
Well, I'm excited Charlie's on today because I've been wanting to talk to him about the Mr. McMahon documentary. That is one documentary that I watched start to end and was riveted initially because it was a walk down memory lane to what I loved about wrestling, both in the 80s and in the Attitude Era. And then kind of why I left wrestling when it got a little bit too much. And then it went into the sexual harassment and trafficking and the stuff at the end, which was very interesting, but not a nice walk down memory lane anymore. Definitely got very dark. So I wanted to get your overall. One interesting thing I wanted to just that blew me away is that WWE was kind of ahead of CTE.
Yes.
They were the first like pro sport to recognize that it was a thing other than Stone Cold, and removed elements from wrestling to avoid head injuries.
Yes, like chair shots to the head.
Yeah. Metal chairs.
Yes. Now you just get them to the back only.
Yeah. So I thought that was interesting, but I didn't realize the documentary was about the creation of the character, Mr. McMahon.
Yes. I think that was the best way they could ease into. He's kind of this guy, but he says he's not that guy, but everybody else is like, yeah, that's him.
Well, and at the end, in the last interview, and he did not agree to interview once the lawsuits came out,
Right.
but he does say that he was even confused as to was he being the character or was he being himself? Like
Right.
he got lost in between the two.
Yes.
And to propose storylines where you get your own real daughter pregnant and then you see the stuff that comes out about the trafficking
Yes.
and all of that stuff. It just was crazy. And then the people that were adamantly defending him, and then a day later, another lawsuit would come out. Right. Like it was crazy, but definitely worth a watch if you are into any of like that true crime-ish stuff and or you love wrestling. I wanted to ask you, since he's been gone from wrestling, do you think it's gotten better or worse?
Better, for sure.
Better? You think
Stories
it
are
was
better.
getting old?
Storylines are better. It makes more sense. They're not pushing guys who aren't good just because they look like they should be good. But definitely better. And speaking of hair, I don't know what his hair was doing like the last time you saw him, where he looked like a Spanish.
The pencil mustache and the
mustache that's
dark
jet
hair
black.
all of a sudden.
And you're 70 years old. Your hair's not jet black, buddy. You got to ease into that.
Yeah.
But no, it's definitely better.
And Triple H is running the creative now?
Yes. He's running everything, basically.
Him and Stephanie.
Stephanie, not anymore.
No?
She still hasn't come back yet.
Oh, okay.
She's there.
And Shane got screwed over a long time ago.
Yes.
Okay.
Are we talking about wrestling?
Yeah.
Yep.
Like the stuff you see on TV, like Jimmy Superfly.
Yep.
Snuka and Andre the Giant and all that. Okay. Just
Which-
try to keep up.
They were all in this documentary.
His story was in
Good.
there, which was also a weird cover up.
Those are my two favorites growing up.
I didn't know that someone died mysteriously in Superfly Snuka's hotel room, and the WWE covered it up. That was in this documentary. Like, you want to hear weird shit that happened? Like, it's a pretty good at watch.
Yeah, she accidentally fell off the balcony 5 stories up.
So did well, not mysteriously, but the One Direction singer just in the last 24 hours.
I heard that.
That
That's
seems
sad.
weird also.
Out of a third story. Crazy. As a father of a girl who grew up in that One Direction era, that was weird to read today. Because they were everything in my house for a moment.
I bet.
There was some
Harry left.
Yeah, they all left eventually.
Just can't keep a good thing together. Just except us.
She was a Zayn fan, and Zayn was the first to leave.
Oh yeah.
But
didn't work out well for him.
No.
Maybe it did.
He got that one duet with Taylor Swift that boomed him up, and then not really much else. So we do have some CrossFit news. We'll get off wrestling for Kat. Roman announced this week that he has to undergo hip surgery. Charlie, you know anything about that?
What kind of hip surgery? Labrum tear?
He does not say. Did he say? He did.
Yeah, he had a labral tear and something else. I can't remember what. But yeah, same thing you had, same thing I had.
Out 8 to 10 months. I think I read.
About right.
As long as he's not getting replaced.
Another year where he probably is not going to be able to compete.
No,
in the
there's
season.
no way. If he did, it would be a terrible decision because there's no way you win. You're just not recovering long enough.
How long's it been for you, Charlie? Have you gone 18 months yet?
No. It was just January, right? I think he froze.
I don't know if he was thinking or not. So I know for me it was 18 months, like a full 18 months before I was hitting like the same kind of PRs, squat PRs that I was hitting prior to surgery.
I missed all of that.
Charlie's that's okay. I was asking you, had it been a year and a half yet?
Yes, it has been a year and a half.
Okay.
Really?
Okay.
I thought it was just January.
February of the previous year.
Okay. Oh. Yeah. So you're coming up on 2 years.
Yeah. I mean, I feel good. My cardio sucks, but that's not from that.
Yeah.
But hey, I got a program that comes to me.
Uh-oh.
Charlie on that 56K dial up.
Heck yeah.
1.5 years and 34 different free trials later.
But I'm ready now. I'm ready to start attacking something.
Maybe you should try pole vaulting.
Kung Fu Charlie movie.
Pole vaulting.
Where the
That'd be good for
words don't match.
Yeah, right.
So that'll be rough not having him back. It's another year where we have to kind of see what's going on there. We had Crash Crucible this last weekend. Kind of starting to be touted as that preview of who's coming up and in the sport. But it was won by Colten Mertens, who we've known about for a few years, and Brittany Weiss, who is moving from team athlete to individual athlete. They both won. Some other notables, Taylor Self took second. Chris Ibarra took third. On the men's side and on the women's side, Fee Sagafi took second. I don't recall who took third. I know Lydia Fish was fourth.
Was it Carolyn Stanley?
No. None of the big. It was more.
How come I don't remember?
But it was a really good event. They did stream it. The stream I thought was far superior to last year, where they did a pretty good job. But I wanted to pose one question to you guys. John Young was the color analyst on the stream, and I'm going to play a clip from the stream on the way he does it. I want to have a discussion about that. Is he going to be like the great announcer, or is this too much for the CrossFit scene? So I'm going to share my screen, and this is from the Sevon YouTube channel. So if you want to see any of the Crash events, you can go to the Sevon YouTube channel and check them out there. But here we go.
Wow. 10 for Prevo.
9/11.
Dude,
Next level.
dude. Oh, Jamie looks great with the dumbbell. I think
Jamie
Jamie's
will
gonna get
catch her.
Jamie's
Jamie
gonna
will
get her.
catch her.
Jamie's in the foreground with
She's
the
only got
fish
four
in the
left.
green.
She's only got 4 left. 3 left. She might not.
Yeah, she will.
2.
Ponytails are flapping.
Go, Lydia! Go, Lydia! Yes, sir.
Oh,
Let's go.
she's in there.
Let's go.
Ooh, that's a
Wow.
940.
Car seat,
Wow.
Lydia.
So a little different than we're used to with Sean and Chase. What do you think of that style of commentating?
That's the that seems like the old Pat McAfee effect happening here, where you just you just say whatever you want, and you pick your favorite almost, and you get over the top fired up about it and let it fly.
That was my thought exactly. It is bringing the Pat McAfee, Manning cast, all of these alternative style of broadcasting into it. I found it enjoyable watching all the events. And it wasn't like he picked one person to cheer for. He was cheering for the close finishes. He was cheering for the battles at the end. And I think because of the way he did it, it was really good. I said on Sunday Night Show that the first day, Bill and him were stepping on each other's toes a bit, because Bill's used to the conventional, he's the play-by-play, he's the color commentator. Let's do this thing. By the second day, they were humming, and I thought it came out great. Plus, there are going to be people who love it and people who hate it, and when you divide people like that, it actually creates more discussion. And I think it's really good for the sport, and they need to consider either an alternate broadcast or going in some direction like this. Thoughts?
I mean, it's an exciting moment in time. You don't want somebody just like, and it's their egos.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell in other sports when certain people are commentating, that they're fans of a team or something like that. So I think it's fine. And as long as, like you said, that it's sort of balanced and it's not just always, he's rooting for the one person, because I think that's annoying. But you're right. He was excited about the close races, which makes it, for the viewer, I think it just adds a little bit of spunk to it, and it makes the people that are watching like a little more engaged. So yeah, definitely unconventional, not what we're used to, but I liked it.
Yeah, because if you hear in that clip, he actually starts with, I think her name was Janie. Janie's picking up she only has 4 to go, and his voice starts going up with that.
Yeah.
Then it was, Lydia, you got to pick up. Go, Lydia, go, right?
Yeah.
And he was rooting for the two of them to finish close, which I thought was awesome.
It's almost that person at the gym who's, when you got those last 3, giving you that Pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
Whether they hear you or not. I mean, we all do it at home in front of our TVs, but he's just being us there.
I think it was everything I love about the Open. Like back when I was at Shred and we would do the Open and it was a competition between the 4 teams and everybody's cheering for each other.
Mm-hmm.
It brought that sense of excitement to this for me.
Yep.
So I hope that I know that they do a spin cast sometimes, but they don't have the authority to show the event going on when John is doing the spin cast.
Mm-hmm.
And so to me that it lacks something in that because you're not able to see the actual broadcast. If you're going to do it, it has to be done with the ability to see it as well.
True.
Like they did here. And so I hope that someone finds a way to get him in to do that, because I think it's really good. It's really good. It's funny because we actually complained on Sunday night that they didn't show any of the Masters. And he actually texted me this week and said it was in the plans to do some, but it got scrapped last minute. And I know that they are a small team putting this on and streaming it. And I think Will Brandstetter set it all up, the engineering part of it. And for him to be there all day would have been pretty tough.
Yeah, it was a major effort for them. They put in a lot of calories doing what they did. So.
Aaron Fraser said, the only thing I didn't like was John yelling at Colten the time to beat. Yeah, that's probably a bit over the top.
You probably can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, like Kat said, as long as
show
it's
favorites.
impartial, and you're cheering for the races, I think it's good. So yeah. But that's really all I had this week. I know it's a short one this week. Kat and I have 1:00 meetings, and Charlie has to go get by the fire.
Yeah.
How are your fingers doing? What's that thing you have?
The Raynaud.
Raynauds.
Oh, Raynauds. Oh, with the cold.
Well, right now they're not bad. It's that cold where it doesn't affect them. A little warmer, I'd be a mess. It's so weird. It's the weirdest thing ever.
A little warmer, you'd be a mess. I didn't realize that.
Yes. I don't really know how it works. I just know
Is that an autoimmune disease or thing?
What always happens when it's rig work ready to happen. And I'm like, great.
Okay.
Yeah, I can do pull-ups with no feeling in my fingers.
So your fingers go numb.
Yeah, they go. I mean, I think that's what happens. Yeah. They lose like blood flow.
Yep. And toes too.
Oh, not the toes.
Oh yeah.
That's
a good time.
All right. Well, if you guys have anything to add, had any funny stories? Take us out.
I don't know.
The last 2 minutes to throw in a
funny stories.
I got hit by a bus yesterday.
I went to a jewelry store the other day to sell some gold.
Okay.
And the owner was like 875 years old and had like drool coming out of the side of his mouth, and he was like poo-pooing all the stuff I gave him. He's like, oh, this prong is broken and these stones are cracked, and he was like totally lowballing me, and then he like was yelling at his staff and being a jerk. So I like gave him a couple pieces to look at. He wrote me a check and he told me to not cash it until Friday. He's like a legit business owner. I swear he needs to be in like a skilled nursing facility because he was like off his rocker. So anyway,
don't cash it.
That was that. It was fun. But yeah, gold prices are good right now.
So first, Corey says Kat the Prospector. Second, What is the over under on the check clearing?
Well, yeah, we'll see. I actually called them last night and said, you know what? I think I'm just going to come back and get my jewelry and give you the check back because I don't feel good about this. Like, you have my stuff. I don't have my money.
Yeah.
They didn't return my call, obviously, but
Yeah, of course not.
Well, the odds
I'm
just
headed.
dropped a little bit more.
I know, we'll have to see. But I am headed up to the Catskills tonight, this weekend. I'm going to do some fall foliage viewing.
Hmm.
So that'll be fun.
Hopefully it warms up.
Catskills, the home of Mike Tyson.
Ooh.
Yeah. Going to Sleepy Hollow on the way, and then heading up to upstate New York. So hopefully,
Huh.
I didn't miss the peak season.
The jeweler is that dude that probably owns a jean company.
Good Lord, the jewelry store's been open since 1917, and I swear to God, that guy opened it up in 1917. Like, he's a freaking fossil. I call him the crypt keeper. And everybody that works there is like 100 years old too. It was great.
I'm going to leave with this. And this is for Charlie. I watched a meme yesterday where Mike Tyson is watching a video of a kangaroo attacking a dog.
Okay.
And the owner of the dog goes and
Punches him off.
punches the kangaroo in the face.
Yeah.
So that he drops the dog.
Yeah.
And the owner is getting in a boxing stance. And I think he punches the kangaroo one more time. And the kangaroo just then goes like this and starts puffing up.
Yeah.
And and you see Tyson from behind going, yeah, like kangaroo. Sorry, that kangaroo does not want to be messed with. And he's all like coffee. And it's Mike Tyson's reaction that's worth the price of gold on that one, man.
I'll have to see him watching that. I've seen that.
Oh,
clip.
it's so funny.
Let me address Judy's question. So we thought about bringing Leia, but one of the two of the tours that we're doing don't allow dogs, and so I wanted to make sure that we didn't just like leave her in the car or anything like that. So we have someone watching her, and then my other dog Jojo is with my ex, and he's at his girlfriend's house for the weekend, and he now brings the dog with him. So Jojo gets to go on some little weekend vacations as well. So dogs are good.
Oh.
And Corey, if you want to see it, I saw it on YouTube Reels, so it was somewhere there. I should have sent it to you and Charlie when I saw it. You're the two people I thought of the minute I watched that video.
Yeah, so I'm gonna find that when we're done here.
All right. Well, with that, guys, I got to get to my meeting. We will see everybody next time on the Clydesdale Media Roundtable. Peace.
See ya.